When I was a little girl, a little kid, my aunt used to bring me to watch Cantonese opera. I grew up watching Cantonese opera. I was very intrigued by the beautiful costumes and the lovely melodies that the actors sang on the stage. And at that time, I told myself, when I grow up, I would like to be one of such actor and wearing those beautiful costumes. So when I was a teenager, I started to learn Chinese opera. I joined a clan association and started. I began as a maid in an opera, and then, of course, throughout the years, I learned more and more, and then took the leading role. And even now, I'm still performing, although I perform much less. I spend a lot of time teaching opera to the younger artists. My husband influenced me a lot because before we were married, both of us used to watch Chinese opera together. Then after we got married, he encouraged me to act. And he also wrote plays for me in the early days. And that was a very big influence. And both of us have a great passion for traditional theatre, particularly Cantonese opera. And so we keep going. Up to this stage, we are still at it. My first most exciting experience was performing overseas in Berlin, where at the end of the show, there was standing ovation of more than 15 minutes, and the audience refused to leave. And that really was very encouraging and made me really very happy, meeting with other artists, learning from them, experiencing new works, and also a lot of things that we could learn from other art form. Yes, there are several difficult periods. I remember very vividly, once we were very short of musicians, particularly percussionists, because for Chinese opera, for any form of opera, music is very important. And Singapore was lacking in a lot of these musicians. So, in fact, during one performance, the leading percussionist didn't turn up just before the performance started. And that really made us very worried. But fortunately, there was someone amongst the musicians who could take over, and we overcame that difficulty. But for that period, that 1 year, there was really shortage of musicians. Nowadays, most of the people who are learning Chinese opera, they're over 45 years old, people who are more free and can spend the time. But what we need is young blood, and it's very difficult to get them, not only as performers, but also as audience, because it's a performing art, and therefore we need audience. We need the audience to grow. Young people in Singapore, I think they should learn more of traditional theatre, not just Chinese opera, but all our traditional theatre of the multiracial people in Singapore. This is our own culture, and we should know about it.